logical mind needs to shut up, because even when you say there is no movement, I don't see any movement, you're lying to yourself, because literally the universe is constantly moving, energy is constantly moving, the universe is constantly expanding, there is always movement. So affirming the opposite is a damn lie. And are you still skeptical about the law of attraction or law of assumption? Did it not work for you, or you had spotty results and your logical mind is just bickering and just stopping you from manifesting, and you're here wanting to give up and just say, hey, maybe it's a bunch of crap and manifestation doesn't even exist? Well, I have something for you today. Do you know that actually this entire story of law of assumption is based on science? You want to know more? Just keep on watching. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Neyah, and on this channel we talk about manifestation, esotericism, quantum physics, and so much more. And on Patreon I do make weekly videos, extra content for you guys, and all my services are listed down below. Let's get started with today's video. So hopefully it's going to be a quick video, because I just want to talk about this thing. Now, maybe in ancient times, and I'm talking about Babylonian times, ancient Egyptian times, where the seven hermetic principle came from and stemmed from the Emerald Tablet, the science didn't really discover, and even the Vedas actually in Hinduism and in ancient India. Anyway, in ancient civilization, they knew a lot of truth about the universe, but obviously the science couldn't back them up. And then we had, a period of darkness with the medieval time. Then we had science coming back, and then an entire decades of scientific knowledge based on Newtonian physics, which just says, 3D circumstances, cause and effect, what you see is what you get, these are the laws, and that's it, and nothing else exists. But then, if I'm correct, 100 years ago, someone discovered quantum physics, the realm of the quantum, the realm of the micro world. And they noticed that actually the atom and the electrons didn't really work out as in Newtonian physics, and the electrons were moving in unpredictable ways, and actually they weren't found anywhere unless someone observed them. Now obviously the implication of quantum physics have completely changed the vision of science. And then through the multi-world theory, which was made also by another quantum physicist, we started exploring also through cosmology the idea of multi-worlds and the idea of the multiverse, and we started talking about quantum jumping. Now obviously how exciting this is, and how much the knowledge of quantum physics and cosmology and also some recent neuroscientific discoveries do match with the words of Neville Goddard, of the ancient teachings and mystery teachings of the world, and in fact might prove even the law of assumption. Now, I do not want to bore you with this video talking about every single detail of quantum physics. I actually made a webinar of the science behind the law of assumption. If you want to watch it, the link is down below. And obviously, big disclaimer, I ain't no physicist, and I am just an amateur, and I do love reading about science. And by no means I am claiming that science 100% has proven that the law of assumption is backed up by science, but there is a lot of similarities that I think we should look into. And for the purpose of manifestation in and of itself, and for the purpose of your logical mind, kind of bitching about in your brain and telling you how all of this is crap, knowing and understanding quantum physics might really help you understand how much probably we're living in a simulation, or most likely manifestation is indeed true also for science. Long story short, quantum physics has taught us that the electron, and I know that it is only the micro world, but in the quantum world, but still it could have an effect also on us, that the electron moves according to an observer, and therefore whatever we observe collapses the quantum wave of possibilities in the multiverse, or just quantum waves that might exist in this world. So an observer, a focused attention might collapse a determinate reality, which is the fundamental basis of manifestation, right? So understanding also that your thoughts create your own reality according to neuroscience. Our thoughts do shape the way that we feel. The way that we feel does shape our action, and therefore how we behave in the world, and therefore also what we are capable to do in the world, how people see us. All of this scientific knowledge that I highly suggest you to look into really backs up the fact that law of assumption is not, or law of attraction, however, more law of assumption, I think in the way it's explained, it's backed up by science. It's not just a spiritual law that you should believe in. It's something that actually you can research and that makes a lot of sense when it comes down to the way the universe operates. And in my opinion, if you didn't study a little bit the principles of the universe, to quantum physics, in neurology or cosmology, your understanding of law of assumption, in my humble opinion, that's only my opinion, might be a little bit limited, because when I understood certain concept, my mind opened up tremendously, and my logical mind wasn't fighting anymore my manifestation, because I started believing then that anything is possible, and by believing that, I started manifesting greater things. I started feeling greater. I started thinking actually greater than what I was feeling. And also, I just want to say in this video, I highly suggest you, if you guys want to make your logical mind shut up once and for all, and just dive deeper in the knowledge of manifestation, to read the work of Andrew Soltau, which I talked about in my webinar. Andrew Soltau is a quantum physicist and is in the branch of cubism. You can find his theory of the simulation theory and how much we are living in a simulated world in Goodreads, which is a website, and you can find his paper. It's a little bit scientific and complicated to read, but I think you can do it if you just take your time. He's called Andrew Soltau, and according to this branch of quantum physics, which studies the implication of quantum mechanics, Andrew Soltau believes indeed that not only our observation do creates reality, but believes that the observer is not just an inanimate object, but the observer is indeed made of consciousness. Therefore, the observer is human. The observer has consciousness. And in his pamphlet, he claims also that in actuality, whatever experience we are living in the 3D is a limited experience, because this is an avatar of our real self, and our real self lives in the fourth dimension. So Andrew Soltau, who is a scientist and is so wicked to read this from a scientist, believes in the concept of a higher self, which is a spiritual concept in and of itself, and he claims in his pamphlet, in his article, that our higher self actually lives in the fourth dimension, which is a dimension of time, physically speaking, and therefore is able to see every possible pathways that we can take in a lifetime, and through the knowledge that he has from the fourth dimension is able to guide us and manifest a certain experience. So for instance, if you have a desire, according to Andrew Soltau and cubism, if you have a desire, a specific desire, and you can visualize it, it's not only because creation is finished, it's not only because you can have it, but it's because your higher self actually already has experienced that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to desire it, and you wouldn't even be able to imagine it. So when I understood this, when I read this, I understood that my desire are meant for me, and everything that I want is already accomplished in divine mind. And therefore, it's not a matter of if I am gonna get this thing, but it's just a matter of when. So I know this video might sound complicated, and I really wanted to make a short video just to make you understand how much there is to know, how much I hope you guys are going to research this knowledge, and how much actually the law of assumption is based upon science. Now, to finish and conclude this video, I want to talk about the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. Very famous, right? I think that everyone in the spiritual community might know Dr. Joe Dispenza, and if you don't know Dr. Joe Dispenza, I highly suggest you to research who he is and read his book. I mean, that man really breaks down why, according to our brain, manifestation works. And it's really all about a perception of the mind. He explains how our brain waves function and why Neville was correct by saying that through a state to akin to sleep, or actually through drowsy state, you can imprint your subconscious mind better, because your subconscious mind, through the theta and alpha brain waves, it's open, and therefore it doesn't understand the difference to whether or not a situation is actually happening in 3D reality. And by virtue of visualizing or affirming in those state, in the void state, you can imprint your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind will go out and manifest. Understanding this and understanding how the brain works and what Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches in his book really opened my mind to stop questioning whether or not manifestation was real. And I mean, I break down all the aspect of the science behind the law of assumption in my webinar. It's a 5-hour webinar, and that's why I wanted to make this video short, because in that webinar we talked together. I even answered your question 5 freaking hours when I break down quantum physics, what quantum physics is and how it operates, the chaos Schrödinger, cubism, cosmology, as well as what neurology and what Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches. What does it mean to have heart and mind coordination according to science, and how all of this is parallel with what Neville Goddard taught, and how much there are incredible similarities, and why your logical mind shouldn't question anymore whether manifestation can work for you or not, because it's simply how this universe operates. So I hope this video made you a little bit curious. You do not have to purchase my webinar at all. If you don't want to, you don't have to. All you have to do is open some book or watch some videos on quantum physics, on cosmology, on the theory of the multiverse and the multi-world theory. Read Andrew Soltau and understand a little bit, and read a little bit Dr. Joe Dispenza and how the heart and mind coordination, how the brain waves, the brain operates through the brain waves, and you will understand that there is a lot of possibilities that in the future science will absolutely back up manifestation. And again, how much your logical mind needs to shut up, because even when you say there is no movement, I don't see any movement, you're lying to yourself, because literally the universe is constantly moving, energy is constantly moving, the universe is constantly expanding, there is always movement. So affirming the opposite is a damn lie, and you're just creating that in your reality when you're saying that there is no movement. So again, I hope this video, this very quick video, just inspire you a little bit of scientific research in regards to manifestation. Get down and read a bit about it, not because you need to know this thing in order to manifest, but I believe that if you know this thing, manifestation will become easier for you, and you will just become, oh, this is how the universe works. I know the rule of the game. Now I can do it. Now I don't need to question it anymore. I don't need to be in doubt anymore. Because if I know that there is a super high chance that this is not only how my brain works, but this is how the universe at large operates, well, why am I doubting? Why am I wasting my precious thought, time, and focus in doubts? I shouldn't even spend 1 second of my life doubting that I'm gonna get what I want, because it's already done, and there is scientific knowledge to back this up. And concluding, I swear I'm gonna stop talking, but concluding this video, another person that I highly suggest you to read is Vadim Zeland, Reality Transurfing. Now, I don't necessarily agree with everything that Vadim Zeland says. However, it is a good read, because that man is a Russian quantum physicist, and the way he breaks down reality creation, manifestation, is based on quantum physics. So after you understand that and you read Reality Transurfing, it just makes a lot of sense. You will totally understand why you are composing reality, why you're quantum jumping. You're not really attracting anything, but you're quantum jumping in realities that are already available for you, and therefore why manifestation, materializations of things is 100% possible. Okay, so I hope this video just sparked a little bit of curiosity in you. Let me know if you want more videos about the science behind the law of assumption or anything else. I'm more than happy to make them. Check my webinar link down below. Subscribe to have more videos, and especially comment, engage, tell me your opinion. Tell me if you're learning from this video and what it is that you want to see on this channel. I love you guys, and thank you so much for your support, and see you very soon on this channel with other knowledge of the universe. Bye!